Hi Gemini, welcome back. This is your February you versus them reading, and let's go ahead and get started. So the overall shared energy Gemini is that of Neptune. So this is talking about our imagination, our memories, our subconscious mind, our dreams, your more spiritual self, getting reconnected with that, getting reconnected also with meditation, prayer, nature will help with that in the month of February. It's all about your more compassionate side, your more fantasy-driven side, your more empathetic side, Gemini, and really touching base with that. So it's kind of an idealistic energy. Be careful about, only seeing what you want to see, or it can make kind of a confusing type of vibe as well if you go over into, can I speak, over fantasizing things, over idealizing. So that's just a caution during this time frame, Gemini. And let's go ahead and get started and see what the rest of the supporting energy is. So King of Cups here now. This is all about our emotions, love, commitment. It's a very ethereal type of vibe, Gemini, and you're an air sign. Some of you might have water maybe in your moon, rising, or Venus, and if so, this reading may be especially true for you. Others of you, it's just kind of tapping into that more emotional side of you, and not in a negative way, in a way that connects you with your spiritual self, all right, in a way that brings into you things that you have only imagined, honestly. So I like this vibe as the overall energy. It could be all about love, emotions, or commitments in the month of February. So we're going to get some cards out and see, Gemini. If you're new to me, I'm going to pull cards on you and then the person you're dealing with, and we'll go back and forth between you and them. This will be your overall February. If you prefer the general readings, those are my mid-months. You can tune into those. The person you may be dealing with may be intimate, lover, committed partner, ex, or it could be a platonic person in your life, a family member, a friend, a coworker, you name it. So whatever it resonates with, I hope you enjoy. And let's see what we're dealing with. Gemini, recent past energy for you. Recent past energy for Gemini, recent past. So Gemini, as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm getting a sense of like kind of introversion. Ooh. As your cards fly out. And then as I look down, look at the card. He's literally sleeping. It's the Hermit. So this is the recent past paired with the Five of Swords here. So I feel like, yeah, before I even saw the cards, I felt a sense of introversion in the recent past, kind of wanting to be left alone, not really wanting attention drawn to you, needing some rest, maybe physically, some of you emotionally. If nothing else, it's really seeking enlightenment, really thinking things through, and kind of wanting to be alone with your thoughts, but at the same time feeling a little bit on edge or attacked. It's weird that I get the feeling of being attacked, but it's by your own thinking, if that makes sense. If like a spiritual attack almost. Anxiety. If nothing else, is kind of being stuck up here. Headaches, things like that, that you may have been dealing with in the recent past. The Page of Swords energy is the scribe in this deck, all right? So I feel like you may have been preferring to keep things to yourself. Some of you may be keeping, do people keep diaries these days? Because that's what I see. Like literally a diary and or like an internal dialogue that was going on. And I feel like, Gemini, this was kind of a needed break, okay? So I feel that that's the energy you're coming out of. So that's your past energy. Very interesting vibe there. So let's see, person you're dealing with, what was their recent past vibe? Some of you are really thinking about what to say. And I have the song lyrics, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Yeah. Or planning something. Really thinking, planning, plotting for some of you. I'm getting a lot of different messages for your recent past, Gemini. So let's see what the person, like I said, you're dealing with was. They're the Four of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. I think that this person, you know, may have been keeping quiet about what their next plans were, their actions, their pursuits were. I feel like they were in this stance of really looking for feeling satisfied, okay? The King of Wands energy is someone who's definitely not afraid to go for what they want. And in the upright, this can be a kind of a force to be reckoned with, you know? It can be somewhat of like a silent confidence here, but also there's kind of like a braggadocious vibe, you know? But it's like not always expressed. Like, you know how, I don't know how to describe this. It's like being very confident and kind of bordering egotistical, but kind of keeping a lid on it. It's a difficult energy for me to relay to you. It's, yeah. So I think that this person also, you know, may have placed too much value on things that brought them passion and immediate gratification. That's the word I was looking for. You know, they may have a tendency to do that or have done that in the past, like kind of prefer to have gratification, you know what I'm saying? Well, who doesn't? I think this person might have been going through a period where either they were also very quiet and or healing their own emotional, spiritual, or physical health, or all of the above. But then they're coming out of that energy going into more of like their creative passion and what emotionally fulfills them, all right? Seeking that out. So let's go into the present energy, how you view the person you're dealing with. Gemini, how do you view the person you're dealing with? So you have the Ace of Cups, the Devil, woo, and the Ten of Cups. Wow, okay. So that's an interesting way to view someone. You know, I think that you view this person as someone that you definitely have a lot of emotion for. You know, could see a bright future with or have a happy family with if you're committed to them. But there's just this one thing, you know, this one thing that kind of gets in the way of that. And that could be codependencies on this person's part or yours, or obsessions, negative thinking, addictions for some of you. I just got the song Simply Irresistible in my head. Simply irresistible. She's so fine, there's no telling where the money went. Don't mind my terrible singing. Addicted to, some of you might be addicted to this person. Or, you know, like, you know, when you care about someone so much that it's almost toxic, you know, for yourself, because you're always putting that person's feelings above your own. It could be that going on. And this person may be simply irresistible, you know. Because that's the song that came to mind. Yes, but there's something just off here. There's something just not right with the Devil in the mix. Unless, of course, you're dealing with a Capricorn. In that case, it looks really good. I think you got a lot of love for this person, very emotionally fulfilled with this person, all right? Only if you're dealing with a Capricorn. For the rest of you, there's something here that's blocking the Ten of Cups, so, or there's something about this person that's kind of brings out the worst in you at times, all right? So how do they view you? Oh my gosh. They view you. Oh, I couldn't make this up if I tried. They view you as the Ten of Cups. Same card, different deck. Five of Wands. All right, similar energy to the Devil. And then the Four of Wands. So I think that this person feels definitely a tug towards you, or a tug of war, or, you know, they definitely see you as someone that they could have it all with, that, you know, they, like I said, some of you are committed to this person and you have a very happy life together, but there's also issues here, you know, of going back and forth, and maybe conflicts, or wanting to be right, or it could be family conflict or something like that going on. Others of you that aren't committed, this person definitely sees that potential in you. You see that potential in them to bring out that emotional fulfillment that I saw this person was searching for. And stability, somewhere to call home, somewhere to find peace, you know, partnership. But there's just that one thing, you know, here in the middle. All right, so they're seeing the blockage as Five of Wands, and you see it as the Devil. So this is getting interesting, Gemini. And let's see what the future energy. So most likely outcome here for February, and then I'm going to go back through and clarify some of these. Most likely outcome on Gemini's side for February. You have the Eight of Pentacles, and it came out in the reverse, and I don't usually read reversals, but I'll accept that one. The Empress and the Hierophant. So I feel like in the future energy, Gemini, you're trying to do the right thing, right? And so some of you are trying to keep your calm, keep your cool, seek higher guidance, seek your higher knowledge, take the higher road. You know, I think you've been doing a lot of soul searching and diving into your more ethereal self. And if you haven't, then that's being highlighted in February. And being more committed to self-love, okay? Or being more committed to the things that bring you emotional fulfillment. And so I see you continuing to work on that. I think there might be a period of time at the end of February where you may feel exhausted, you know, and just don't want to work on it right now. But then flipping that energy and, again, taking the higher road, even though maybe you don't feel like doing that at points in time, or you just don't feel you have the energy anymore, I feel that you will still maintain your dignity and try and seek, like I said, that higher guidance, all right? Some of you are definitely reading between the lines, though, okay? So I've seen that twice here. Be careful with that, all right? So, like, while it's fine to observe someone and to use our intuition to pinpoint what someone might actually be feeling or thinking, you don't want to put that into overdrive, all right? Because you're meant to interact with the world, not just observe the world. And so, while it's okay to, like I said, dive into your spiritual, your ethereal self, your intuition, you still need to participate in your life, right? And put the time and energy in. So don't forget that. So let's see what this person's most likely outcome is. Gemini. Chariot. Six of Swords. The Sun. Wow. Okay. So this person's moving forward. So for some of you, traveling, you may be traveling with this person, or they may be traveling. For others of you, it just speaks of vast movement forward. All right. Like this person is leaving the bullshit behind, you know, keeping it trucking. They definitely want to run their own ship, if you know what I'm saying, right? I feel like this person is definitely on a mission here, okay? And what are they after? The sun. So this person is wanting to connect with their inner child, their positivity. They want to be in a more playful energy, I feel. So I feel on your side, you're a little more serious than this person is, at least for February. Like your energy is more serious. You're more like seeking the deeper meaning of life, you know, or seeking the deeper meaning of this dynamic. And this person is more like, I want to travel, I want adventure, I want, you know, to be playful. They're in a more action-oriented vibe, and you're kind of over here in a more grounded, ethereal vibe. So that's nothing wrong with that, right? But it's a difference. So I do want to know why the devil and what the Hierophant is about. So it's the devil. The Magician. And what's the Hierophant? What's the Hierophant about? Misfire. Hierophant. Now I got that song in my head. She's so fine, there's no telling where the money went. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. So, Gemini, in the way that you view them, I think that you feel that this person can be quite manipulative. You know, the devil with the magician, sorry. I mean, at the same time, listen, we all have the ability to manipulate, and we all do to some degree or not, okay? So keep it real, you know, with yourself as well. That we as human beings, none of us walk the earth expressing everything we're thinking, right? Because one, it would be inappropriate to walk around and tell everybody exactly what we thought all the time. You'd be making people upset every day. 2, you know, there's some things that are just personal to ourselves, right? And so, you know, to some degree or another, we all manipulate our environment to get what we want, to be socially acceptable, to whatever. But this person, I think, you know, really, really has that power over you, Gemini, that makes you feel sucked in to whatever it is that they're doing. You know, like, so you might get sucked into games with this person, or head games, or you kind of get sucked into maybe their negative thinking, or maybe you get sucked into, you know, doing things or believing things you wouldn't normally do. Those are examples, you know. So I think that this person has that power, right? And you really care. You really care. And don't tell me that you don't, because you do. You know, if this is resonating with you, you don't get the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups and how you view someone if you don't have love there. You know, so, and I think too, that has a lot to do with why this person has that power. You know, because it's, you know, the heart wants what it wants sometimes, right? So I think that that's why your energy is trying to be more laid back and chill towards the end of February, and not really give that attention is what I feel. I think you're really, really trying to establish yourself, 1, stand on your own 2 feet, 2, and take the higher road, okay? If you're in a commitment, I think you want to stay committed, and I think that this person does as well. They may want to spice things up, though, a bit, you know, or you need to spice things up a bit and get out of this serious vibe. Not that it's not okay to be serious, but you can't live in your spiritual emotions all the time. You know, if you're not in a commitment, I think that this person is looking for a lighter vibration in their life. things that make them feel positive and good and playful, and not so much like a heavy vibe. You know, so you might be on different pages then here. Not one being more right than the other, just different pages. So let's clarify. I want to know the 5 of Wands and then the Sun card. What's the 5 of Wands? 3 of Wands. Yep. What's the Sun? Whoa, only wanted 1. I got 3. So I feel like, yeah, Gemini, the barrier here on this person's side and the way that they viewed you is the 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands. They want to move past any pettiness, any conflicts. They're looking to distance themselves from that, or they may be emotionally distancing themselves for that. I think that this person is wanting to turn their back on any sort of resistance, okay? So I feel like what I'm seeing in my mind is like a rubber band. You know, when you pull a rubber band and then you let it go and it pops you a good one. You know what I say? I think this person might want to let the rubber band go. I don't know what that means. But they don't want that resistance, you know? I think that they, like I said, they're just trying to distance themselves from that. And for some of you, they may be at a physical distance, and that's what the barrier is. It's quite simply that, and they feel very conflicted about not always being able to be near or with you, all right? So one of 2 ways I can read that. But I think with the Sun here, clarifying that was the 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the 9 of Wands. So I think that this person wants to hold on to their position. Okay, so I'm thinking that this person wants to move forward and have their happiness, and there's nothing that's going to deter them of that. They may be a fixed sign. It definitely could be Leo, but it can also be Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. But this is a general read, so it can be any of that. They could just be taking a fixed position. It's like they know what they want to do. They know what they want to go. You know, they're fired up. The Page of Wands is kind of like an impulsive energy, so they may be quite impulsive because I see a lot of fire over here. And they got their guard up, so nobody's going to tell them otherwise. Nobody's going to talk them down. You know, they're not going to let anyone in to affect whatever their plans are, their travel plans, their movement forward. They are dead set on this. All right. And so I'm curious. What's the movement forward about then? Let's see. What's the movement forward about? Knight of Cups. They're going towards their emotional fulfillment, and really there's nothing that is going to sway them of that. I think they've thought about it long enough. Queen of Cups. They're going towards their more emotional self. For some of you, literally a Queen of Cups, but I actually feel like if you're a Gemini female, this is you, because I see you showing up as a water element this month. And I said that at the beginning of the reading. So I think that this person is wanting to definitely move forward and connect with their own intuition, connect with their own spiritual self, connect with things that make them feel emotionally fulfilled. And like I said, if you're a feminine Gemini, it most definitely could be, especially if you have water in your moon, rising, or Venus, it could be towards you. But as an energy, this is just like fast movement forward, going for what they want emotionally. And I keep wanting to sing that stupid Shawn Mendes song, and I get it in my head all the time. There's nothing holding me back. I gotta get some new songs in my head. And in contrast to you, Gemini, you are the 4 of Swords in the reverse, so you're a bit uneasy. you know, you're a bit restless. You're ready to be more grounded. You're in a much more serious, independent vibe, all right? So if this person, I think because this person might be in such a separate energy, it may make you feel a little bit uneasy during the month of February, but there's definitely reasons to celebrate. And the Three of Cups is showing up now. So if there had been a period or a long period of silence, that silence might be breaking, and that could mean that you're now going to come out of this very serious state, especially towards the end of February, and become your more sociable self, your more air Gemini self. And for some of you, it means that if you've been in silent treatment with this person, there might be a coming together or a reconciliation. I think especially if you're a female Gemini, but like I said, it can be vice versa. Interchange it interchangeably. Interchange it. But at the same time, that makes you nervous, actually, a little uneasy, right? Because I think you've kind of been in a safe zone when it comes to your spirit and your emotions, right? So interesting reading, and I'm going to leave it there. I can't wait to see what the mid-month says for you, Gemini. You definitely could be dealing with water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Leo. I have those two predominantly. But let's see what else we have here. We have Taurus. Taurus again. Capricorn. I said Leo. Could be Sag. Aries. Virgo. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind that it can be any zodiac sign because this is a general reading. Excuse me. Also, don't forget to click on the description box below. Don't you click off yet. And give me a like, share, and subscribe on my Instagram, my Facebook, my other YouTube, all linked down below. I'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. And if you would like, for a nominal fee, you can now become a member as well, a private member, and get additional behind the scenes goodies. So check that out, as well as my merchandise if you click on the pink hoodie. I am wishing you the very best, Gemini, in February. And until we meet again, my friends, namaste. Bye.